I think this will be some sort of heart to those who are fighting for democracy in Belarus. The vast majority of MEPs, well over 570 of them, voted in favour of a resolution which does a few things. First of all, it calls for sanctions against Lukashenko and those who thwarted the election back in August. It says that the European Parliament doesn't recognise the results of the election, saying that they violate all basic international standards when it comes to pursuing an election, and says that the Parliament won't recognise Lukashenko as the legitimate president of Belarus when his mandate runs out in the next few weeks. It also gives support to opposition leaders as well. And of course, it comes at a time, as we've been hearing just there, that the situation appears to be escalating. We heard that Lukashenko is blocking or closing the borders with Poland and Lithuania. But I do have to say, Rosie, I spoke to an EU official this morning in relation to that, and the EU says that Poland and Lithuania are reporting that the borders actually remain open and everything is normal, but the EU will be monitoring to see what does materialise.
The European Parliament's vote on any decision, Shona, is it actually legally binding?
It's not legally binding. The Parliament doesn't speak for the EU per se, because decisions around sanctions, of course, are for member states to decide. That's member states' heads of state or government, and that's decided at council level. European Council meeting is taking place next week when those decisions will be taken. But the Council does have to take into account the position of the Parliament, and of course, given that the vast majority of MEPs have been calling for these actions, then they will have to have some sort of influence, but it's not legally binding.